What's the good old big deal? It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. It don't cost you nothing to press that button. Make sure you ring that notification bell, and I'ma bring you mail.
Look, you think them suckers with you? I be living how I speak it, so they watch what I do. Through all the pain and trust, no, I don't rock with no crew. Imaginary smoke, they never press the issue. Imaginary smoke, they never press the issue. Gotta catch them dirty looks, you think them suckers with you? I be living how I speak it, so they watch what I do. Through all the pain and trust, no, I don't rock with no crew. Imaginary smoke, they never press the issue.
What's the good old big deal? You already know what time it is. It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, back at y'all with another one. So earlier yesterday I was commentating on the situation with Bleu Da Vinci and Big Meech. So in me doing my commutation, it was some people in the chats, and I got sent a link to J-Bo Vlad interview and the things he had to say pertaining to Bleu Da Vinci telling, and why he feel and know and or think that Bleu Da Vinci told. So J-Bo said it's not no paperwork. It's not no paperwork, but I am the paperwork. And that was a cold, profound statement of him to make. And it was heartfelt, because I am one of that federal system, and I know how it goes with these court proceedings and being pulled back down to court. It had happened to me before, so I understand in which the line, in which J-Bo know and feel dear to this situation. So first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the first interview with another BMF cat. We gonna commentate from there, and then we gonna drop these segments with J-Bo. And y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We gonna commentate.
And I've done interviews with Blue, and I remember I did an interview with Sosa from BMF, and he had said that the Blue had cooperated. I remember Blue was angry at me over doing the interview. He sent me a little threatening DM and then blocked me, so I couldn't respond. I told him if he ever wants to do an interview, he could sit down.
Yeah, he cooperated. I mean, I didn't see it. It was in Miss Mara Shaloup's book, where his own lawyer said, yeah, if there was anything else that we could do, Your Honor, to help you along with this case, my client would be more than willing to cooperate with you all to help you in this investigation. Bottom line is, you didn't take the single plea. You went in and was giving them information on shit that they already had and thought it was cool, but you still, that was part of that. You just confirmed other shit that the other CIs just done told. Plus you did a smack video prior to that was giving them the whole fucking play. They never knew nothing about it. That smack video was detrimental in finding out who each person was.
Personally, I never seen no paperwork on Blue. And prison rule, if you don't have paperwork, really don't bring this shit to me. But it's a difference when I'm the paperwork. So I think Blue told. I know Blue told. He told on me, he probably told on you can't pick no motherfuckers who you gonna tell on. They're gonna ask you about ask you about whoever, whatever, and you're gonna have to answer them questions about them. So the reason that I felt, even the book had just came out when I was in prison. I read that whole book and I was like, God damn. Not my nephew. I know he ain't doing this shit. So that's when I wrote, bro. And he got a letter back to him like, man, they just making it seem like, ooh. I said, all right, bro. Because he know I'm going to think for myself. Like, this motherfucker tell. They end up catching Wu. Wu was the last person I think got caught on our case. And, you get called to R&D. I'm like, what the fuck I'm going to R&D for? Shit, this 2010. I've been locked up 3 years, you know what I'm saying? 3, 4 years. Man, pack your shit up. You got to go to court. For what? What I'm going to court for? I got my, so now my head hurting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck, like, damn, these motherfuckers got me in catch-22. What the fuck they got going on? So, man, I end up getting on the, you get on the plane and shit. They flew us to Florida. We had to get off the plane in Florida and jump on the bus. Like, these motherfuckers flew way past Georgia in Florida. We had to get off the plane, jump on the bus, and drive back to Georgia. As I'm standing, in my place, shackled up, on the side of the bus, before I left prison, I heard something about some girl, I can't think of her name, in blue. And something about like a body.
So right there, what it seemed like to me from what OG Sosa is saying is that in somebody book, I don't know if it's the female that they keep alluding to that Bleu Da Vinci was dealing with, as well as Bleu Da Vinci lawyer. So they say Bleu Da Vinci lawyer was basically hopping out there like, my client cooperated, and if there's anything else he can help you with, let us know. Furthermore, OG go in to explain that Bleu Da Vinci was elaborating on stuff that they already knew that the BMF cats and characters were guilty on. So let's just say I get found with 5 bricks of dope, and Bleu Da Vinci know about it, or or whoever know about it. And so this is documented evidence that they know, or I got caught with 100,000 was seized from me, and Bleu Da Vinci know about it, and he furthermore just cooperating like, yeah, he had them 5 bricks, yeah, I know about them, such and such date, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I know he had that 100,000 because such and such date, blah, blah, blah happened. So he's just basically furthermore confirming what the police already know, which is snitching if he did do that. What else did I want to touch on that OG had pointed out? Oh, so another thing he had pointed out. So basically, he was talking about, I guess it might have been like a street interview or something that Bleu Da Vinci had did. And I guess in the street interview, Bleu Da Vinci was like giving up game, placing names out there, and saying some things, whatever he said in this interview. I don't know if it was like a street TV interview, but, y'all see what Sosa just said, whatever people he said that interviewed Bleu Da Vinci, he basically said Bleu Da Vinci, was giving information up in this video. And it be a lot of situations like that. Unbeknownst, people give information up without even knowing. You on camera flossing, talking that talk like, yeah, my nigga Meech out here, in Detroit. Yeah, nigga, he got the pipeline, nigga, down there. It might not necessarily say pipeline, but yeah, my nigga Meech got it popping in Detroit. My nigga T got it popping out there in St. Louis. You feel me? My other nigga got it out there popping in Kansas. You feel me? My nigga Popcorn, he got it popping out there in Alaska. So it could have been one of them situations where he was just flossing and throwing names out there, and the police already investigating them. And they like, oh, okay, so, y'all got other pipelines running down here. Okay, so we about to hop on y'all. So with that being said, furthermore, we're gonna get deep to depth into this thing and drop these clips from J-Bo. Let's go. You already know it's the halfway. In the half effect, we're gonna commentate.
Her name, and she stood 3 or 4 people in front of me, but in the girls' line. I'm like, damn, that's the girl they was talking about. So then one of Doc homeboys, right hand man T, he he get off. They put him like right next to me. I'm like, cause he got long ass dreads now. Cause T had a low haircut, when we was out. But now he got long hair, long dreads. I mean, long. I'm like, who the fuck did not look? He looked at me. I said, T. He like, yeah, like that. What's up, dirty? We bump shoulder because you can't, you shackled up. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like, man, they got me on, called me back here for, I don't know, a wanted or some shit type shit. I'm like, damn, they got me coming back too. I said, it got something to do with the, I remember the girl now, like that girl, her, I think it got something to do with her and Blue. And he like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, shit, I don't know. We just got to see when we get there. So we end up sitting by each other, and we talking and shit. We talking. And he like, yeah, man, Doc told on me too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like, man, Doc a dirty motherfucker. We talking about him and shit. So I'm thinking he want us. You know what I'm saying? Like, he, stand up type guy type shit. So we get the Lovejoy. He shit about the Lovejoy. I get the Lovejoy. I'm telling the story because this is how I found out about Blue. So I get the Lovejoy and I go in the room, in the holding cell. I'm going there, I'm looking for him. I don't see him because he went in front of me and shit. I don't see him. I'm like, damn, what the fuck dude there? I'm like, fuck it. I'll probably see him when we go out and get our clothes and shit. So when I go out and get my clothes, they like go down to the next room and you gonna go in the next room. So when I walk in to the next room, I look to the left, the next holder cell over, and T sitting right there. So I look, I say, damn, bro, like, you too? He put his head down, like, I said, damn, this shit crazy. What the fuck going on? So man, I finally make it to my cell. I'm just fast. I finally make it to my pod. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm tired. We've been there since 10 in the morning. I'm tired as a motherfucker. So I get up there, my celly, he sleep. I'm making my bed up, like, talk cursing and shit. Motherfuckers, like, got me at 2:00 in the morning. I could have been in this bitch. Man, 2:10, Brown, pack your stuff back up. Oh, man, I lost it. What the fuck, man? Y'all got me wounded. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't even talk bad to CO. I give them their respect, all that shit. But this night, I went off. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, man, you got 13 separate T's against you. I said, what the fuck that man? Is there any of them in here? He said, this is the key thing right here. He said, there's none in there, but you can't see them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if somebody walk into wreck, I can't be in the window. Motherfucker, I see your ass. That's intimidation. So they had to put me in the hole. So they threw me in the hole, but it was a non-disciplinary.
So, as y'all see and heard it from J-Bo mouth, personally, I never seen no paperwork. It's a rule in jail, fair rule, and as well as it's supposed to be street as well, that if you don't have no paperwork, basically it doesn't exist. It didn't happen. We've all come to know over time that that's not true. That just because you don't have no paperwork don't mean it ain't happened. And as you see, J-Bo, he's sitting right there, living testament, profound, told and said, no, it ain't no paperwork. So in that light, he ain't. But I'm the paperwork, and I'm telling you he told. And this is why I'm telling you he told, because I was already sentenced, already had my time for the BMF case. He was one of the last persons to get caught, him and some female. All of a sudden, after they get caught, we've been down 2 to 3 years. People are being subpoenaed. I mean, not even subpoenaed. People are being, well, you can say subpoenaed, but people are being told to pack their property up from these prisons that they at, and that they're about to transpack and go down back to the courts. And I know that exact feeling, and it happened to me before. It happened to me before. I was in the pen, chilling, making my early morning rounds, doing my Mac rep thing. Lo and behold, the tower at Tehachapi State Prison opened up the tower, called my name, tell me to transpack my property, that I'm going back down to the LA County Jail. I pack my property, go down to R&D. Upon further inspection, when names are being called, getting cuffed up, my name was called, and I asked the deputy, what are my charges? What am I going back down to the LA County Jail for? And he told me a homicide. And you know what? When I got down there, as well as how J-Bo seen other dudes he knew and co-defendants and stuff like that, I had ran into one of my homies from A-Trade and somebody who was just my cellie 6 and 8 months prior, or a year ago prior to me coming back down to this county jail. And he had been subpoenaed from the prison he was at to come back down to this county jail for the same charge as me, which was a homicide. But that's another story. So however, we gonna get back to what J-Bo was saying. So J-Bo was subpoenaed to come down there, him, T, and a few other dudes are the names that he are gonna name and drop. And he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Upon further inspection of him going down there, Bleu Da Vinci name keeps coming up. But he never had a chance to run into Bleu Da Vinci. Bleu Da Vinci was a keep separate, was a separatee away from him. And you don't supposed to be separatees, but the feds do play the separatee game. I was on a 62-man indictment, and they try to play that game between us. And it was 2 people that was ours on the case that was snitching besides the outside people. But it had nothing to do with the 2 that was snitching. It was just a division game. They try to put separatees on all of us as if we was keep separates from each other. And that was crazy. Not saying that this is the case with J-Bo, because J-Bo know what he know. This is his case. So I can't speak against that or for that. I'm just telling you, I know how I go in the federal system, and I know the game that the feds have played. So he go down there, and he never got to run into Bleu Da Vinci. Bleu Da Vinci is a keep separate, but everybody else, we all getting to run into each other, get to congregate with each other, or you know, somehow, some way, and pass and see each other. In that case, what I feel like somebody was telling, hell yeah. But again, you have to be careful with the feds, because I've watched the feds put fake paperwork out there. I watched them put paperwork out there on people saying that these people were squilling and telling, and these people had no cooperation nor contact with the feds. But it was a game that they was playing to have us hop on the phone in order to send paperwork out there on the street saying that these people was all bad, so that these people can show face in or surface on behalf of people saying they name bad and it's not being true, and the feds can go capture them. Again, this ain't Bleu Da Vinci situation. I'm just giving y'all a flip side of how the feds play in the games they play, and they don't care. So with that being said, I'm gonna drop the rest of this clip from Bleu Da Vinci, and y'all already know we gonna do what Hef do.
So now they take me to court, right? I go to court. I'm down in the holding cell. It's a dude down on J-Rock no case. He like, man, it's one of y'all guys in the cell with us. He's saying, you know, every other word, cuz, damn, cuz this, cuz, you know, Blue was a Crip. So he like, but he got I'm like, that sound like Blue. Like, I thought he got braids. He like, no, he got a low haircut. I said, nah, Blue got braids. I said, I don't know who the fuck that is, bro. He just probably just talking shit. I don't know. So they come to give me 5-something in the afternoon. I'm there early in the morning. All day. They come give me 5-something in the afternoon. When I walk out down to the office, it's the fucking marshal, the agent, Harvey. It's Harvey, and it's the black agent with him. He like, hey, Mr. Brown, I'm the agent Harvey. And he stuck his hand out. I'm like, when I was sticking my hand out, he said, Agent Harvey. I was like, oh, I shook his hand like, damn, what the fuck? I like, what's going on? I thought I was going to go to court. He like, I just need you to come with us. So, man, we go up the elevator, get off the elevator, walk through the lot, up the hill, through another elevator, some trash. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers finna do something to me? Like, man, where are we going? He like, just bear with us 1 second, Mr. Brown. We almost there. So we end up walking into an office. I walk into an office. It's like 9, 10 motherfuckers. The district attorneys, you know, it probably some agents and all that shit. And so I walk in like, hey, what's going on? I thought I had to go to court. What am I doing in here? And like, hey, Mr. Brown, we just called Vernon Cole and want to see if You know, we had to put a warrant out for all y'all. So they flew a lot of people down there. Like we put a warrant out for y'all to see if you know, if you guys want to, you know, cooperate and all that. Shaking my head. I said, sir, ma'am, y'all already know how I am. Like, you could have asked me this shit in prison. I would tell you, fuck no. Why would y'all fly me way out here? Got me going, I'm in a hole because I can't see no motherfucker. All this dumbass shit. I said, man, I ain't got nothing to say. I made my bed. I'm ready to go lay back in this motherfucker. Y'all could have asked me that shit. Well, we had to fly y'all, Mr. Brown, or you take my card. No, you had your card. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm ready to go back to my motherfucking cell. They took me back, put me back in the hole. I get on the phone. I call my homegirl D. I like, man, tell moms and they trying to see if a motherfucker, they got Meech down here, but I ain't see Meech. But they got him down here, they trying to see if he want to tell them woo and all that shit. I like, man, that's some bullshit. She said, where you at? I said, I'm in Lovejoy. She said, that's crazy. He said, Blue down there. I said, Blue down where? She said, Blue down there in Lovejoy, where you at? I said, shit, so Blue ain't down here with me. I said, Blue down with me, he'll be back in the hole. Now, mind you, Chip 2 Cuzzo was back there and D-Shot was back there. So I went to court first. When they come through there, they let me and Cuzzo go outside the wreck. I like, bro, I ran down to him what was going on. He's like, oh man, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm good. I ain't got nothing to say to them people. So after that day, they put separatees on us. So we couldn't go outside together, none of that shit. So I couldn't even see him no more. But he ended up going to court and they shipped him right out. D-Shock and came. I screamed through the vents, telling him, you know, what was going on. Same thing with him. He went there, he ain't say shit. They shipped him back out. They made me stay in that motherfucker for 3 weeks. And if me, D-Shot, and Chip 2 Cuzzo couldn't see no motherfucker, and even though you ain't in the same pile with a motherfucker that's telling on you, and Blue could, I'm the paperwork. I don't need no motherfucking paperwork to say that. No. Because if you didn't tell motherfucker, you would be right back there where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, if anybody asks about that shit, I really don't like talk.
So, with all that being said, that could be heavily took into consideration because I know on my case, it's people that told that have not been exposed and some will not be exposed because the feds have loopholes and games they play with allowing things to be sealed. You will have your paperwork and you'll be looking at stuff. It'll be ex parte this, this, and that situation, court proceedings, expunged. To where when we was first getting our paperwork in the feds and we was seeing that stuff, like we was questioning all our co-defendants and on that because you had some dudes that was taking some stuff called open pleas. Like if you ever see the busted by the feds or anybody that been to the feds know how the feds is, like with the various different pleas that you don't even hear of on an everyday spectrum. The feds is real tricky. To where even when you taking your time and you on a case and you have co-defendants, you better read the fine print right and make sure that the fine print is wrote correctly and it ain't no trick words in there, anything that can trick you and get you staffed when you get to a compound, or somebody can be like, oh, you a snitch, you signed to this, you saying this, because you would have a dude that might be a co-defendant and he might not agree that he want to take the time he want and he still want to fight his case, and you might be like, man, I'm tapping out, man. They got us. I'm done with this shit. And you take the deal. And when you take the deal, you ain't did nothing wrong. But that wording in there might be wrong from the DA because you still got people fighting the case. And then furthermore, if he lose or when he trying to fight it or you know what I'm saying, and furthermore help himself, your deal is going to be evidence against him that you're basically admitting his guilt. You signing your deal, you're basically like, yeah, we did this. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to fight it and say, no, y'all putting too much on it. This ain't what it is. But by me taking that deal and not making them change the fine print and certain things that will furthermore entrap him. You just take the deal to get on. So you be having to watch out with the feds, man, because the feds is real tricky. Furthermore, with that being said, I was on a 62-man indictment, bro, fighting my case. I had a gag order put on my case. I don't know if you guys know what a gag order is or heard of a gag order. I had a gag order put on my case to where I couldn't even see the majority of my case that I was fighting. And I was asking the judge, like, man, how can this be? How can y'all put a gag order on a case? How can a case be locked up? They put a 10-year gag order on there to where you couldn't see a certain part of the case of the evidence you was fighting and who was snitching on you. That's the type of games and how cold the feds is. So I'm telling you again, the feds is tricky. That's the only reason why I'm covering this situation, because I know how tricky the feds have, and a lot of people who've been to the feds don't even know the gist of how tricky they is. They just know their situation. You know what I'm saying? But again, I understand J-Bo, you know what you know. So it's like in them situations, I knew people that was telling, you feel me? I knew people who did things that they wasn't supposed to do that might not show up. But you know, being that I'm a part of that case, I know this person, I know the individuals, I know what's what. So it be them situations like that, and you don't have no paperwork to back that. Because if somebody got something expunged or the government want to hide something, they can hide something and paste things together and make something, you know what I'm saying, and just like make a smoke screen. For real, for real. And these are the things that they do. And it's so crazy. With my case, it was a 10-year gag order. So right now, it could still be people in my hood that I don't know that told on us and still telling on people and still working for these people. And you know what? I got a lot of co-defendants, and ain't nobody went and try to get that paperwork, nor pay for that paperwork, nor want to look over it. It's just like everybody bowed out in, or either, I guess you can say forgot, but it's like people bowed out with the times they had and just basically, I guess, want to get closure and just move on from the situation. But like, that's detrimental. A gag order on a case and you can't see what you're up against or what you fighting for 10 years, and you don't even know what was in that paperwork, who's still around, what's still going on. So man, it's just tricky out here, man, and that's just what I wanted to cover, man. You feel me? I just wanted to cover because I'm saying shout out to whoever sent me that link, you feel me, as far as what J-Bo had to say. And like I said, he know what he know. You know what I'm saying? Don't got the paperwork, but I'm telling you, I went down there. My family told me, another dude told me, how come we never ran into bleu Da Vinci? How come everybody else with these keep separates, even before they had the keep separates, we always with each other? And then keep separates got put on us later on to make it seem like that everybody had to keep separate and it just wasn't J-Bo. And them the games that they try to play to try to cover up certain things. But then you got other people who's freely walking around that, you know, hearing names, been around people, you cousin, you know what I'm saying? I know you putting it on big, like, oh yeah, BMF this, BMF that. So, man, that's just how it go. But that's another one, you know what I'm saying, for y'all that I wanted to cover. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. Make sure y'all go ahead and like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Run this channel up, run them likes up. You feel me? Hit that notification bell. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that bell, I'm going to bring you mail.